Hey guys, welcome back to another RestoreMySneakers.com video. In this episode, I'll be giving a brief overview of the midsole swap process for the Air Jordan 4 Retro. Now, the first concern that some viewers had was that I was going to swap over this whole complete piece onto the upper of the white cement 4s. But actually, I just needed the midsole portion of the military blue 4s. And the other thing that came up was, well, the midsole is blue. I plan to strip this paint off and repaint it with some Angelus leather paint to match the white cement 4s. The other concern that I want to address is the black cement. When the video clip went up, a lot of people were angered and shocked at the fact that I was just breaking pieces of the midsole off. Now, the shoes were not wearable to begin with. If you take a look at the other shoe, you can see this whole midsole is deteriorating. And the polyurethane is pretty much turning into dust. So that's why I decided to separate the black cement before the white cement, because it was actually an easier process to do so. Another concern was the donor midsoles. A lot of people suggested that I use the Dub Zero midsole, or Dub Zero sole actually, and the midsole for the white cement. Now the thing about the Dub Zero, it has a red air unit. And a lot of people would have thought that maybe you could just swap the air unit out. Actually, the air unit is encaged inside the polyurethane midsole. And for the black cements, people suggested that I use the Countdown Pack 4. Now the thing about the Countdown Pack 4 is that it's pretty pricey to use as a donor unless you have a well-worn pair that's just lying around that you don't mind destroying to save a $19.99 pair. Again, I know a lot of you guys want to see this project done as soon as possible, but again, like we mentioned in the past, we're only able to film on the weekends. We're not able to film every day. So the best that we can do is actually just upload video clips of the process, actually the progress on the midsole swap. We do plan to upload a complete video of the project when it's done. Now, our goal is to have that video done by summer. For those of you who are wondering what I use to separate the upper from the midsole, I use the DeWalt LCD heat gun with variable temperature control. We purchased ours from Amazon.com for about $70. You should be able to find the same one or something similar at your local hardware store. For those of you who don't know, a heat gun pretty much works the same as a hairdryer. The only thing is that a heat gun is much more powerful. Now this particular model can go from 150 degrees Fahrenheit all the way to 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. And also there's an LCD display that tells me what the current setting of temperature that I'm currently using. Now, when you apply heat to something that's been glued, it weakens the bond of the glue, allowing you to separate the sole, the midsole, or even the upper. Temperature-wise, from what I've observed, 400 degrees Fahrenheit is the best temperature to work with. Now, I did go beyond 400 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit, and the upper ended up shrinking. Now I'm not sure if the temperature was the cause of that, but it's something to be aware of. So before we end the episode, just wanted to give you guys another quick overview of the process. So you have the shoe with the damaged midsole. Remove the midsole and you end up with just the upper and the sole. Now you take the donor, remove the upper, the midsole, and the sole. Then take that donor, swap it into the recipient, repaint it to match, re-glue and re-stitch, and hope that it's wearable again. So there you have it. Hopefully this clears up any questions about the process. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to stay tuned for our next episode.